Hola, everyone, and welcome to the Teaching Spanish to Kids Made Easy video show. I'm your host, Theresa Gunderson, and today I am so excited to introduce you to a very special guest, Sam Ashelman, the Regional Director of Polaris Learning Centers. Now, Polaris has been using our Teach and Learn Spanish Academy curriculum across 4 of their centers for the past 9 months, and the results have been, well, pretty incredible. In this episode, Sam will share why introducing Spanish has become such an important part of the Polaris experience. You'll also hear how most of their teachers who don't speak Spanish are confidently leading the lessons. They're also finding joy in learning the language themselves, and they see it as a professional benefit. Plus, you'll hear about the many ways the children are thriving and having fun while learning a new language. Sam also shares some creative ways the Polaris team has built Spanish into their daily routines, how families are responding to it, and how they've even included Spanish in their marketing plan. So if you're looking to add Spanish to your childcare center, or you need a done for you curriculum that offers year round support, you don't want to miss this episode. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and get ready to be inspired by how Polaris Learning Centers are making Spanish come alive in their classrooms. And it's truly as easy as uno, dos, tres. Come on, let's meet Sam. Hello, I am so excited to welcome my guest today, Sam Ashelman, and she is the regional manager of several childcare centers. Sam, let's start by learning all about you and the childcare centers that you oversee. Can you tell us about Polaris Learning Centers, where they're located, what makes them special, and your role as the regional manager?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Polaris Learning Center is located in Idaho. We have two locations in Meridian, Idaho, one in Eagle and one in Nampa. And we are just super excited that we've had the chance to partner with Theresa. Yeah, we're growing in the valley and just really dedicated to helping each kid find the best way to learn.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for that background about Polaris. Awesome. And why is it important for you to offer Spanish? I know just a little story. Before COVID, we actually were teaching on site. One of our instructors came on site to teach at each of your 4 Polaris Learning Centers. And then obviously with COVID, everything was kind of shut down.
Right.
And after COVID, we reconnected. And instead of bringing a teacher on site, you really wanted to offer Spanish. And so now you're using our Teach and Learn Spanish Academy, in which your own teachers teach Spanish. So clearly it was important for you to bring Spanish on site. Why Spanish? Do you think perhaps that has helped with enrollment? Have families been asking for it? Why is Spanish important?
Yeah. So, something that's really important to Polaris Learning Center is diversity. Here in Idaho, we are not blessed with diversity naturally. We don't have that exposure for our kiddos on a day-to-day basis as much as we would like. And so we've had a lot of parents reach out, but I felt like when a teacher was coming, not all kids got to learn Spanish, and not all parents were able to get the benefits of Spanish. When we decided to do the teach and learn, it not only was something that was exciting for our teachers that they could bring into their classrooms, but also was able to reach every kiddo, all of our 3 and 4 year olds, and something that we can put into our curriculum daily.
That's awesome. I love that you distinguished between when we taught on site, only the children whose parents opted in to enroll them and they had to pay a little bit extra for Spanish
Yeah.
benefited from Spanish. But now with Teach and Learn Spanish Academy, the online membership, all of your students receive Spanish.
That's
Do
right.
you have infants, toddlers, and preschoolers at Polaris?
We do, yeah. We've only been doing Spanish since February. So far right now we just have our preschool and pre-K, like 3 to 5 year olds using the Spanish program. However, we hope to expand it to our 2 year olds in the next year. But for now, we just have the three, fours, and fives, and it's been an amazing blessing to all of them. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Um, has bringing in the online membership where all of your teachers can use it, has that solved any problems maybe around scheduling, staffing, consistency, or even cost? Is it cost effective for you too?
Yeah, absolutely. It has solved a lot of problems for us. I feel like it has solved the teachers the in and out of the kids leaving and coming back and integrating back into the classroom. It has solved that all the kids are speaking Spanish together. And in fact, the other day I walked in and they were all washing their hands and singing the song for washing their hands. It was so cute in one of the pre-K rooms. And the whole class knew it, which was really exciting. They got to engage all together because they had done that together. So it was a really good community building experience as well. As far as price and financial, it has been amazing for us as a marketing tool, something that we can add that we incorporate in our curriculum. And it's been something that's been great for our tours. When we walk around with parents, we have your newsletters up and we have billboards that just celebrate our Spanish. And so it's been really fun for um, everyone. And yeah, been definitely financially, it's come back and helped us out as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that story where you walked in a classroom and all of the students are washing their hands. And that's one, I think, a huge benefit of using this, where when your own classroom teacher teaches Spanish, then they can weave it in not only during Spanish time, but they can weave it in during the day with real
Yeah.
life activities, washing your hands. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just a classic example. Thank you. That was very powerful. Now, the big question of the day, Sam. So many directors are probably watching this and thinking, well, maybe all of Sam's teachers are fluent in Spanish, or maybe they're all native Spanish speakers. Are all of your teachers fluent in Spanish? And if not, how have they been able to teach Spanish with Teach and Learn Spanish Academy? How has it worked for them?
Yeah, so no, they're not all fluent in Spanish. I think we have one of our 90 teachers that are that's fluent in Spanish right now. So no, but they're learning as the kids go. It's really easy to follow, and it's repetitive enough that they're also picking up on the things. And learning. So actually, we found the benefit our teachers, we've been able to offer our preschool pre-K teachers the benefit of you're learning Spanish as well. So I actually spoke with the teacher before this, and she was so excited to add that to her benefit package that I also get free Spanish lessons. Like I'm learning as well, and it's something that she really values. So they find it really easy. I've not had a teacher complain that it's difficult. It's very easy to follow.
I just love that. Thank you for sharing that as well.
Yeah,
That it really is, your teachers are learning on the job. That's why I named it Teach and Learn Spanish.
yeah,
So you don't know Spanish, you get to learn it while you teach it. And I think some teachers, myself included, if I think, okay, I'm going to teach Chinese or Japanese, I would think there's no way because I don't know the language. But it's really not that different from teaching a sign language curriculum for toddlers and preschoolers,
yeah.
science curriculum, the way it's designed, you really can pick it up and learn and teach as you go along. So,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I feel like our teachers, like I said, think of it as a benefit because they are learning and it's a skill that they can take with them as well. And I think the students are liking learning alongside their teachers because they get to discover together and learn these new words. And then the one teacher I spoke with, they will write it on the board. And that's the new word we're working on today. It's new to me as well. And I think it's really fun for the
oh,
kids to see their teachers learn too.
that's a really powerful benefit as well. And think of it this way too, your staff, I'm sure they've thought of it. They don't have to go on a Saturday morning to a community ed Spanish class or Tuesday evenings,
Right.
which takes some of their personal time. They get to learn it during the day and they're being paid. They're on the job and learning it.
Right?
So you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
highlighted that better than I can. That was great. And I love that your teachers do appreciate that part of it. Um, how about prep time? Do you allow any of your staff a little bit of prep time to get ready for the lessons?
Yeah, so right now we have about an hour a week that they get to work on for Spanish. I don't think that's even necessary. As I was talking to the teachers this last week, they had said that it's really just prepped for them. So there's not much they need to do. They watch the videos and decide which part they want to show that day. And we have it all printed. You know, the printables are really easy. Everything is just kind of made for them. So I don't think they even need the hour of the week, but they appreciate like just being able to read or watch the video beforehand and just have that time to wrap their brain around. But it's so easy to use.
That's great. I like to say that it's done for you. Everything is
Yeah,
done for you. You basically just have to press print and you, like you said, download the visuals and the
yeah,
flashcards. But yes,
yeah,
all of the activities are step by step in English, written in
right,
English, so it's
right.
easy to carry out. And most of the activities are accompanied by an audio file. It's either, a teaching file, but it usually has some wacky sound effects or
Yeah,
really attention grabbing for the students, or like you said, short video clips as well of me teaching. I do get really, I'm more serious now because this is an adult to adult interview, but I can be really silly and wacky for the children because that's what they want. That's what draws their attention. So
yeah.
that's awesome. And how often do your teachers teach Spanish? Is it once a week or twice a week, and usually for how long?
Yeah, so I would say at least once a week. I think, like shared with the washing hands story, they incorporate throughout their day daily, but they have a circle time dedicated. They kind of all get to put it where they want in their schedule and how it fits with their students. But for the most part, they do at least once a week. Some two, some I spoke with said they do it twice a day. They'll do like a little in the morning, it's part of their morning circle, and a little in their like evening end of the day circle as well. So they all are able to incorporate it however it fits with their classroom and their teaching style. But at least once a week, they do about 30 minutes, if not longer.
That's great. I love the flexibility you allow them to. And
Yeah.
I think just organically, very naturally, after they teach something, they're like, oh, I can use this at outdoor time or at lunchtime or a parent pickup. So they can weave it, like you said, the half hour a week, maybe a little more. But then they get to weave it in their everyday activities too. So very natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if a
Yeah,
teacher,
I agree. And it's great that the parents can see we've had parents move from center to center in our company, and they're able to see Spanish taught at all of the schools, kind of a little different compared to each teacher, but all of it still really successful and similar. So it's been great for that as well.
that's great. Yeah, they see a cohesiveness with
Right.
your curriculum. That is fantastic. And how about the children? You did say or share that beautiful example of washing your hands. How are they responding based on, your teachers, what they're saying, or maybe another classroom you popped in? Do they seem to be enjoying the learning Spanish?
Yes, absolutely. I was in a 5-year-old classroom the other day, and she had to be like, okay, we're done with Spanish for now. And they were all really bummed out. They wanted to keep going. They really enjoy it. Um, when I spoke with that teacher, she said that she kind of lets them lead, but sometimes they want to stay on it all day. So she has to stop it. They just love it so much. So they've been enjoying it. We've had a lot of great feedback from parents, excited when their kids come home and have new words. And we share the newsletter with the parents as well. So they've been replying back to us with, "Oh, that's what they were saying. I love that." And so I feel like the kids are also carrying that home and sharing that joy with that as well. And they've loved it. They picked up on it amazingly.
That is really neat. And for those who are watching and they're, wait a minute, parents get a newsletter. Yeah, the newsletters are done for you. Something else that's done for you. A monthly newsletter is included each month or 4 weekly newsletters. So your teachers can decide which one to send home. And then there is a link embedded in each and every newsletter with that brings them to, it's called Bilingual Beginnings Guide. It's a parent teacher guide for practicing Spanish at home. And I don't know if you've had a chance to peek at one of those or if any parents have talked to you about it, but it literally gives your parents some of the songs and some of the downloadables and a lot of the pictures and some videos that they can do at home, the exact same Spanish that your teachers are teaching at school, at childcare, at your childcare center, so that, I mean, language is meant to be spoken, not just taught in a, in a silo, just your teachers and your students, but
Right.
that gives the families the ability to practice at home. Do you know if any families are using the bilingual beginnings? I don't know if you've had any.
Yeah. No, yeah, I do. I've gotten quite a bit of feedback from that. We just had our parent teacher like back to school conferences, and we had a lot of parents ask, can you incorporate that with your other curriculum as well? I really like that it's so read out. And so you've given us a task now that we have to try and figure out how to put
Oh,
our other stuff into. Yeah, I think they're liking the conversations at the table at dinner time, being able to open up the conversation where they, instead of just saying, what'd you do at school today? They can say, tell me about what you learned in Spanish and tell me about washing your hands, or it's stuff that they can do with their kids. So I think it's really helping that conversation of bridging school and home. And I've gotten a lot of feedback that parents are enjoying that buy-in, that they can have those conversations easily with their knowledge too.
that is wonderful. Boy, you just everything you're saying is the whole reason why I created Teach and Learn Spanish Academy, and it's working, which makes my heart just so full, and I'm just
Yeah,
so happy because my goal in life is really to make learning Spanish and teaching Spanish easy for others, even if they're not fluent in the language. And really, it is working at all four of your centers. So
it
I'm
really is. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I would say, like I said, in Idaho, we're kind of a diversity desert a little bit here. So it's been really great for us to stand out against competitors and other schools, that we have this tool at our fingertips, and that our parents are able to experience another language. I think it's a lot of things, a lot of schools are looking for language and just aren't quite sure how to execute it. And I think this has just been really great partnership.
Yeah, oh, that's fantastic. And you talked about practicing Spanish at home. It happens to be October when we are recording this video show. And next month, actually, it is setting the table and clearing the table all in Spanish to a beautiful song. Several songs, actually. I have a mom singing the song, and the dad, fast version and a slow down version. So your families, I think, will really enjoy that, kind of wrapped
Yeah.
around the Thanksgiving theme. So
Yeah, I
that's
think they will. I think they will.
That's wonderful. And let's talk about affordability. Obviously, if there are childcare directors watching this, or regional managers as yourself, they might think, "Wow, it's probably very expensive," and so they won't know it's kind of tiered. Like you can use it just in two classrooms for the price of one. If you add an extra classroom, it's just 37 more dollars. It's I believe it's much more affordable than bringing on a teacher or even a company, because it's going to be an hourly rate. It could be 150 an hour, 175 an hour. But in terms of being affordable and comparing it to hiring a whole nother staff member, can you talk to that a little bit?
Yeah. For us, when we looked at joining the Teach and Learn, it was really important to us that it also financially made sense. Um, and like I stated earlier, it actually has paid its way back to us because we were able to add it into our curriculum budget. And because of everything that was, it's already done for us, it's cut back time on the teachers. Um, Planning time. It's also been a really great benefit, like I said, that we could give our teachers as well. So really, it touches a little bit of all of our budgeting, where with benefits and curriculum, and then it cuts back some hours for us as well, because some of their week is already kind of done for them. When it comes to how we decided to implement it with our school, that we cover the cost for all of the classrooms involved, it was something that we thought would work for us. Well, financially, it was a really great benefit, one. And two, it helps us with our marketing, our tours. And it's just such a great add on to what we already offer, that it kind of paid itself back. We were able to grab some of those families when we toured them and their attention, because we offered that, where we might have missed out because we have larger competitors near us. And so that difference that we offered the Spanish really helped out and was a beneficial cost.
Wow, you covered things, Sam, that I had never even thought of. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really neat. Oh my goodness, that makes me really happy. So thank you for sharing all those amazing points. Wow.
Yeah.
And going back to your teachers just for a moment, you had talked about them getting to benefit as well. Do you see them, kind of their confidence growing as they use it, and maybe their excitement growing a little bit?
Yeah, so I will say at the very beginning, we have some older teachers that kind of dug their heels in, and change is tricky and hard. So what ended up happening is we kind of poured into our newer teachers that were more on fire for it and made them leaders in Spanish. So we highlighted them on our Facebook page. We let them teach our teachers that were feeling a little bit they were having a hard time wrapping their brain around change. We let them kind of be leadership in that, and that really helps everyone get on board. Sometimes when um, your leaders, your managers come to you with a new idea, it's easy to just be like, "I'm not going to do that." But when your peers are having so much success, it kind of helps everyone. And I feel like, especially these many months into it, we've seen great success. And I would say all teachers are really enjoying it. I haven't heard anything negative, and I've had everyone feel really successful. Like I said in the beginning, maybe a little bit trepidatious of just change and how can I teach Spanish when I don't know. But as they saw it be successful with their peers, they were able to implement it as well.
Oh, thank you. That's realist, very realistic. I was a school principal. I don't know if you knew that for several years, and you are absolutely right. When you bring in something new, I think staff that is more set in their ways are a little resistant. But when they see the success of other teachers using a new curriculum, such as you just mentioned, it just it kind of motivates them, it excites them, and they want a piece of the action too. So I love that that's working at Polaris Learning Centers. And I believe you have been using Teach and Learn Spanish Academy for about 9 months now
Yeah,
because you started
yeah,
in February. And I was blessed to be able to do a training with one of your locations a couple of weeks ago, and that went really well. We started just with pronunciation and then went through the membership site again, and I think everybody was very appreciative of that. So, and that's something else I'll share that I am available for ongoing training. I think when we spoke before, you had said, I believe you had said, I hope I'm not misquoting you, but that it was kind of nice to know the creator of the curriculum. Like some curriculum you purchase, you might never meet the author or the creator or have a relationship with them. How has that helped using Teach and Learn Spanish Academy that you can call me, you can email me, we can Zoom together at any
yeah.
time, and all of your directors as well, or your teachers?
Yeah, honestly, it's been amazing. I have a lot on my plate, and so it's been great for me that I can pass your information on to our directors and assistant directors. That when I found out one of our sites was having a training with you, I was just so thrilled because it was something that they had direct access to you, and I didn't have to get involved, and they were able to just um, and they loved it. They were able to learn, get their questions answered, and the director was able to pass that knowledge on to other directors to say, "Hey, Teresa's right there." And I think that same. We have a curriculum coordinator that reaches out to you often, and just having you there and the Facebook page that they can talk with you. I think that's been really helpful, or the group. I'm not involved in the curriculum day to day, so it's been also just a weight off my shoulders that I'm like, okay, I got it started, and then they have someone that has more knowledge and can be right there. And again, yeah, the author of the curriculum with the buy-in obviously is so invaluable to have that access to you.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. That's right. Back in probably January, you and I talked on the phone quite a bit, and you set up
Yeah,
the passwords for your staff. But really, since then, we haven't needed to communicate. I've
yeah,
communicated more with your directors. And at the end of every newsletter that I send out usually I try about 3 times a week to email your staff. Certainly they have to read them all, but it's motivational emails like, hey, did you send your parent newsletters out yet? Or hey, there's a brand new video you can show or new downloadables, just really to keep them motivated. But besides that, all of that is there for them, the mentoring, the coaching. What you with your plate so full, you're right. You don't really have to, you can kind of wash your hands of it and it's kind of on autopilot. And I'm in the
yeah.
background with your staff, making sure everybody's happy and everything is
Yeah.
running smoothly. So that's
Yeah,
great.
it's been invaluable to me with my just my position and all the things that different things I'm dealing with daily. It's been so nice to know that we have this great program going. And if there's questions that arise, they can go straight to you. And I'm here if anything happens, but really you're the expert and they have access to you, and that's amazing.
Yeah, well, I love that you mentioned the private Facebook group because there is a Teach and Learn Spanish Academy private Facebook group and it's growing. But that is one of the bonuses. And for example, last week, one of the childcare centers in the state of Minnesota, the first teacher to send a picture of their October bulletin board with the visuals won a coffee gift card. Like a Starbucks gift card. So I'll be doing that again in November. Really, I want to keep all the teachers motivated and excited. So that's part of that private Facebook group. But another bonus that I forgot to mention, all of your staff, Sam, has access to Spanish lessons I created for adult learners. And those are free of charge. Those are one of the
That's
bonuses.
great.
So even at home, if they have access to the membership, they can do that on their own if they want. Again, they don't have to pay for it. It's all included, along with some other bonuses as well. Marketing flyers. Oh, it was a few weeks ago that I sent you all of the marketing flyers to help
Yeah.
you again kind of boost your enrollment. So there's several bonuses in that are included as well. So thank you for mentioning
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and that's been great. Like I said, we have a bulletin board in all of our lobbies,
Yeah,
and they have all of your information on it. So it's been really great. Because it is relatively new for us, it's been a really great reminder as we're doing tours that we're like, oh, and we also have Spanish, and they're done for us. They're beautiful. All of them are able to, obviously, the directors can arrange them how they want, but all of the information is beautiful and well laid out, and something that we're proud to have in our lobbies.
that is great. Oh my gosh, I love that you are using it truly as a marketing tool. That's fantastic. Wonderful. Well, just a couple more questions. We know that childcare centers are so busy. Oftentimes, the directors are in the kitchen making lunch if somebody calls in sick or they're in a classroom. I mean, life gets busy at any school. But why
Right.
would you say that Teach and Learn Spanish Academy is practical and easy to fit into a packed daily schedule? If we have directors that are saying, "Oh, I just don't have time for this," why would it be a good idea? Why does it actually help in terms of scheduling?
Yeah. Well, I would say because you can fit it in how it makes sense for your school is probably the number one. I like that each video has a breakdown that you can just watch 5 minutes. It tells you exactly where to start and stop, so that you can watch what part of lesson you need. It also is really helpful during transition and kind of more wild times to put a Spanish lesson on really quickly and have the kids engaged in something you know is academic and you know that they're gaining knowledge from. Even if they're rewatching something they watched earlier or they're relearning something that a new song, it's just a quick little moment that will let you breathe, but also they're learning still. And it's so easy to quickly pre-watch that you can know like, okay, if today gets wild, I'm going to put this song on and it's this part of the video and I can quickly get something done. Or also on top of that, like I said, everyone's able to implement it how it makes sense to them, which is hard to do with a lot of curriculums. So they're able to, if they can't dedicate 30 minute circle, they can do just little bits here and there. Also, if they skip a day, they're able to flexibly add it the next day. It's not so regimented of having someone come in and you have to fit it in your day. You're able to fit it in where it makes sense.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, coming from your perspective, I think that would be
Yeah.
really, really helpful. Yeah. I wanted to, as you were talking, I was thinking of just one more bonus too, and this was brought in because of a childcare director such as yourself. So everybody has access to 3 months at a time. But I just thought all year would be overwhelming, but let's just stick with the 3 months, the current month, the previous month, and the future month. And
Okay.
but somebody said, we really want to still teach numbers all year long. We want to teach the alphabet all year long. So there are certain themes, vocabulary themes that people said, I really want access all year long. So I'm not sure if you're familiar because this is kind of new, but it's one of the free bonuses. But you do now have access to numbers 1 through 100. There's an audio file for every 10 numbers and a downloadable visual. The alphabet your teachers can teach all year long, colors all year long. I think washing hands is one of them that you can teach
Yeah.
all year long. So I don't know if you even knew about that, but I just wanted to mention that as well.
Yeah, I did remember that. And that is something that one of the directors shared with us as well, that they really valued that they had access to. So if it was something their teachers were finding, like,
Yeah.
oh, if we just missed that video, they could get it back from you. They could reach out and get that access if it's something that they needed more often, like the numbers. I think when you shared it with us, you were working on that as getting those available all the time. So yeah, I do remember that. And I think it's really helpful that they can, you're flexible and you're able to, if it's something that they're loving, you're able to help them through that and get it back on or accessible to them.
Yeah, I love feedback and I'm always looking to improve based on teacher feedback, on director feedback, on regional manager feedback. So keep the
Yeah.
feedback coming.
Oh,
Let's
you're
talk
fine.
about the fun factor. Spanish, I love that. I believe the curriculum is very fun. There's games, we bring in puppets, we bring in songs, role play dance. I think in November we're doing the Macarena. How do you or your teachers describe it as being fun? Do you think it is a fun curriculum to use?
Absolutely. Yeah, very engaging, very fun, very memorable. Like I said, I before meeting with you, I went and talked to a pre-K teacher, and the kids were interrupting us to say, I love this about Spanish. And they remembered some things and were just so excited to share with me the things that they loved about Spanish. So I think fun would definitely be a way that they would describe it, as well as just engaging and definitely memory making.
That's fantastic. Thank you for that. And lastly, what would you say, Sam, to a childcare director or owner who is considering using Teach and Learn Spanish Academy, but they're still undecided?
I would say that for us, it has been such a great benefit. Like I said, it's touched our teacher benefits as well as a marketing tool. And it's been something that we have has been invaluable that we've been really excited to add to our what we offer our families.
That's great. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for all of your amazing feedback. I'm really, truly grateful. And
Yeah, thank
hopefully,
you.
I hope to be able to travel to Boise maybe
We
in the
would love
next
that.
year or two and do some sample classes for your teachers. That would be a blessing. That would be so much fun.
We would love that. Come anytime. Yeah, just get ready. Oh, I guess you're in Minnesota, so you know snow. But yeah, we would love it anytime.
That would be great. Well, thank you so much. And I love working with Polaris Learning Centers. Thank you for
Yeah,
your
yeah,
partnership. I really appreciate it.
yeah. The feeling's mutual. Thanks, Teresa.
Thanks. Adios.
Adios.